What up, everybody? It's your boy Jordan. We back again with another video. Today, I'll be reacting to JJ Redick and his podcast. He's talking to Stephen Curry in this one. Stephen Curry is reacting to he's discussing the 2016 NBA Finals. He said LeBron and Kyrie were playing at a level he'd never seen before in his life. I agree. Kyrie and LeBron, that NBA Finals series was insane. That Game 5 when Draymond was out and both of them had 41. I knew the series was going to 7 because everybody knew LeBron and Kyrie was not going to lose Game 6 in Cleveland. Everybody knew that series was going to 7. Then Game 7 back at Golden State. Come on, who's the greatest Game 7 player ever? LeBron. So, man, that I never saw two people go off like that for 3 games in my life. So let's get right into the video.
Do you have any favorite memories of the 24-0?
Oh man, that was a wild. I'm thinking about that now. That was actually insane.
Crazy
Just
time.
Think about 20. Like we're only what are we 6 right now, 7. We're 16 games in. The amount of team meetings we've had, the amount of drama has been around. We haven't won a road game, like all this other stuff. As it currently stands, hopefully when you see this, we've won a game. But
hopefully when this comes out, you will have beaten Houston.
A part of it is like, that's a long time to hold, like coming off a championship to hold down like this level of excellence. 8 more games and we still haven't lost. It's wild to wrap your mind around, but we were still in that kind of FU mentality to the whole league because people were talking trash about our first championship and all the injuries and all that, like all the narratives that came out of that. So we were kind of we were more motivated than ever. But I think the memory that I got is just when it ended, because we played Boston. I had a Boston-Milwaukee back-to-back game, 24 and 25. Boston game went to double overtime. We ended up winning. We got to the hotel in Milwaukee at like 4 a.m. Had the quickest turnaround ever. We get to the arena in Milwaukee, and they have 24-1 shirts like in the stands for their whatever that section that they have that goes nuts. And they had 24, and they were just chanting it the whole game. And it's like, that's really not a dig.
It's not what you think it is.
Like I actually took one home after the game. I was like, yeah, I appreciate it. The other teams are 24-1 at one point, so appreciate y'all for calling it out. But they ended up winning.
Now I'm telling y'all right now, if Golden State won the championship in 2016, that would have been easily the greatest team ever. Come on, you broke the regular season record. They had to win a championship though. That's why they're not the greatest. They lost the championship, especially how they lost it, especially to Kyrie and LeBron. Come on, man. That was a great series though. That's still by far the best NBA Finals series I saw in my life. It might have been a better one earlier, like back in the day, but I just know in my life, that's still by far the best NBA Finals series I saw easily.
And obviously, we were a little slow on that, but 24-0 is crazy to think about.
On the reflection piece, how do you contextualize or think about 2016? Because it was, again, as a peer, a competitor, as a now observer and someone who has to talk about these things, it was one of the most magical seasons in NBA history.
For sure.
You guys go 73-9, you get to the finals again, you have a unanimous MVP season, you take this jump too in 16. Where you were great in 15, MVP, all that, like you were the best player on the best team. Like, but there's a jump that you made in 16. How do you sort of contextualize that year as part of your career?
It comes with a lot of emotions, right? You just explained it really well. The 73-9 chase, you're starting 24-0, coming off a championship, getting everybody's best shot, still winning. I don't know at what point we started to even talk about 73-9. I'm trying to it was probably right after the All-Star break. You start to think about, if we win, 7 out of 8 games just the rest of the way, we're going to get there. And then it became a huge talking point, probably the last 20 games. And we carried that all the way through and actually got it done. I remember that game set 82. 2 games going on at the same time, us playing Memphis, chasing the 73rd win. Meanwhile, in LA, it was Kobe's last game.
I remember that night. I remember that night because I was watching TV. I was thinking, should I watch them break the record or should I watch Kobe last game? I decided to watch Kobe last game. But man, I was definitely having trouble watching TV that night because I didn't know what channel to turn to. I'm like, I'm doing this with the remote. I'm like, I didn't know. I kept trying to switch the buttons. I'm like, I don't know what to watch. So yeah, I just decided to watch Kobe because that was his last time with the court. So I'm like, oh yeah, I'm glad I saw that live because Kobe retired. I ain't gonna lie, I was hurt. Kobe was my first player. Was my first favorite player. Kobe, like he made me love basketball. Kobe was when I made me love basketball, and that's what made me start watching it. So yeah, that was a great night in NBA history. 2016 was a great year in the NBA.
Playing against Utah and scoring 60, whatever he did. So just NBA was at its height. And then we go through the playoff run, and I actually here in Houston, I slipped on the floor and busted my knee. Was out for however long. We come back and Game 6 Clay was born in OKC. Then you get to the finals and you're up 3-1 and you're already kind of counting, the win is like, oh, just get it done. Draymond suspension and all that. It kind of is a little distraction, but you're like, we're right there.
Right.
We 2-time like defending champs back to back and the whole vibe.
Right. Now I know a lot of people say, well, Draymond was there. They would have won. You don't know that. Come on, LeBron and Kyrie dropped 40 Game 5. Then, oh yeah, that was so funny because people were saying, oh, they're not doing that again when Draymond came back. Kyrie dropped like almost 30 and LeBron dropped 41 again. That was hilarious. I think people, honestly, that serious forgot how good LeBron was. Like, no, when LeBron had that mindset, I'm going to get buckets, he usually get buckets. Like, come on.
And know how it ended. What I say about that 3-1 situation is I've never seen two guys play at that level
for three straight
games. It's the
games. Craziest
thing I've ever seen. Like Bron and Kyrie were just on. Like we played well. They just played better, and it was hard to watch and be in that vibe where you couldn't do anything about it. And we still had an opportunity to win Game 5 and 7 down the stretch. And then the Kevin Love possession, which is one of my, like, if there's like one play, like I know I should have done something different.
Oh yeah, shout out to Kevin Love, that possession. Still to this day, that is the best defense I saw Kevin Love play in his life. He played like his life was on the line that last possession. Man, the defense he played on Steph was insane. I never saw Kevin Love play like that. I was honestly shocked. Like, man, Kevin Love came in clutch with that defensive possession. Because people don't talk about it. The Cavaliers' best three players delivered them last 3 minutes in the NBA Finals. LeBron with the block on Iguodala, Kyrie with the shot over Steph in the clutch, and Kevin Love possession on Steph on the other end. Man, like that's why Cleveland got them big three right there. Because LeBron saw Kyrie was over there. He's like, okay, let me go over there. Okay, let me get one more. Okay, K-Love. That's why you get stars on your team to win championships, man. I'm hyped right now.
It's that one. It's like there's way more time on the clock than I thought. Me trying to answer Kyrie's three over me was kind of in my head, and you force up a shot and you kind of lose momentum, and they win on your home floor. But you can always tip your hat to somebody who just outplayed you, and that's what they did for 3 straight games. So the whole season was insane to think about. All the experiences we had, the fact that we have a 73-9 banner in our practice facility, but no NBA Finals banner that year.
That's tough.
Still hurts, but
that's tough.
It's part of the journey. And every time I see Kyrie, every time I see Bron, like there's that respect of, those 5 years are crazy, or 4 years playing against them were crazy. Just fast forward to 17. I think Game 1 of 2017 was the best basketball that's ever been played. Like on both sides, everybody was at peak form.
Oh yeah,
it was the most intense, most exhilarating game I've ever played in. It was the first game of the final, so all that stuff you remember pretty vividly.
As always, thank you for listening.
I really do enjoy JJ Redick podcast. I really do, especially talk to the players. I feel like the players say more on the podcast when they be with JJ Redick. I don't know why. maybe because JJ used to hoop in the NBA, but I just feel like when they podcast, players go be more detailed with the stories. Maybe that's just me though. But yeah, I love JJ podcast. That was a good discussion with Steph. Man, that 2016 year, 2015, 2016 season, man, that was a great year. Like in the NBA, everything was at the height. You had LeBron, Kyrie in Cleveland against Golden State in the finals again. You had Steph, unanimous MVP. Golden State greatest regular season ever. Was 2016, was that the year Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine was the slam dunk contest too? Probably that was the greatest slam dunk contest ever. Kobe last year, so of course everybody was hype about that. Well, everybody was sad to see Kobe leave basketball, but every game, everybody and their mama was watching it. 2016 was a great year, man. So comment down below y'all thoughts about this video. Discuss the 2015, 2016 NBA season. Y'all thoughts about the conversation. Y'all thoughts about the NBA finals. And I hope everyone have a blessed day. I'm out.